You have got to check out the huge array of food at this night market in Malaysia. We're here for dinner and there is a ton of delicious food to eat. I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate. We hope you're hungry. Let's eat.
We're road tripping all over Peninsular Malaysia, and we thought what better way to eat tonight than call in at a Pasar Malam or a night market here in the state of Perlis, which is right up the north of Peninsular Malaysia, really close to Thailand. Let's go see what food we can find at this night market.
We walked past our first stall and had to stop because these ladies are frying up these golden discs that are kerker udang or prawn fritters. So we had to buy one. We've got a ton of this sauce. I'm just going to make things a little bit easier and pour it right on top of all those fritters. I'm not actually sure what the sauce is, but in for a penny, in for a pound. Alright, let's go. You can see that what the ladies are doing was just popping the batter onto like a ladle and then placing these big prawns on top and then popping them into the hot oil, and it's just come up so crispy. Look at that. Let's try it and see what it tastes like. That's so good. It's really chewy, really crisp and golden, and then it's got some spring onions, that batter which is really light, and then those crunchy prawns on top. This is a great way to start off our Pasar Malam food tour. I forgot to mention what the sauce was. Look at this bite. It's covered in that sweet peanut sauce and it looks mighty good. I gotta go for another bite. So crunchy. Like Thomas said, we're traveling around Peninsular Malaysia and we're going to be stopping at a ton of foodie hotspots along the way. So remember to hit that subscribe button and follow along for more food videos.
Next up, one of my favorite snacks here in Malaysia, keropok lekor, or essentially a deep fried fish sausage, or I think it's more like a fish cake in the shape of a sausage and then deep fried, and this one's covered in what looks like a really sweet chili sauce. Let's give it a go. Oh yes, these are the best snack. They're a really interesting texture. They're quite rubbery, but in a good way. Rubbery's not normally good with food, but with these, it really works. There's a fishiness to them, but it's definitely not overriding. I mean, if you didn't know it was fish, you'd be able to pick it, but it's not a very strong fishy flavor. Let's try a bit more. Oh. Look. It's quite chewy. But so good, so good. So chewy in a good way though. It's just a great texture on the teeth. And that sauce is really sweet, a little bit spicy, and just goes so well with the keropok lekor, like the perfect combo. A very simple fish cake. It's not overly spiced or herbed or anything. It's just quite plain, and then that sauce on top. These are the best to get. You grab a bag of these while you wander around the Pasar Malam or the night market, figuring out what else you want to eat. You can snack on these to tie you over. Love them, so good.
Time for our next snack, these heavenly looking griddle cakes. What I love about the Pasar Malam or night markets in Malaysia is that you can watch the vendors making the food that you eat. So this cake was just a simple batter, cake batter, and then the cake has been filled with different ingredients. This one is filled with kaya, which is a coconut jam. She was just pouring them into these steel rings and then letting them cook flipping them over, putting a little pat of margarine on top, and then that was it. So let's just give this a go. Wow! Oh my god! That kaya has just burst out of that little cake. The cake itself is quite sweet, and that kaya is almost like caramel. It's really coconutty, really sweet, sort of sticky. That is so good.
Next up, chicken wings. We saw the wafts of smoke filling the air above the market, so we had to get some chicken wings. They're a classic at Pasar Malam. And these are quite small little wings, as you can see, so they could be maybe like a kampung chicken or a village chicken, and they're covered in what looks like a sweet chili sauce. Let's eat it to find out. Look at the burnt bits. I can't wait to get this in my gob. Wow. So there is hardly any meat, which I love. I think that's great. Chickens aren't meant to be as big as we're used to. Oh, it's so tender and juicy. Look, it just falls off the bone, and that sauce is really sweet with a tiny little spice. It's quite light, even though it's quite a sweet sauce. Wow. And it's got lots of like herb flavors, sort of gingery flavors, and it's like no chicken wing I've ever had. That is absolutely delicious. I'm glad we grabbed those. They didn't look much different to the normal when they were cooking. They looked really good, but they look kind of like normal chicken wings. But they're really special. They've got that beautiful sweetness from the sauce. They've got those flavors from the herbs and spices. Absolutely awesome chicken wings.
This Pasar Malam in Arau is the biggest one in Perlis, and it is so buzzy. There are so many food vendors. There's a ton of different food to try, so let's go and find something else to eat. We managed to find one of my favorite things to eat in Malaysia, and that is tapai. Tapai is a kueh, and kueh is a Malaysian sweet or snack, and tapai is fermented glutinous rice. It's wrapped in a rubber leaf, so I'm just going to open it up and show you the deliciousness that it is. Look at that! So it looks really simple, and it is just really simple. It's just fermented sticky rice. It's such an unusual flavor. It's really sour, tingly, and it almost has a really alcoholic flavor. The rice is really soft, and as you bite into it, it sort of exudes this juice, or like this sort of watery fermented liquid. It is just so good. If you see this in Malaysia, you have to buy it and try it, because it is one of a kind. Remember to head down below, hit that like button and that subscribe button, because we've got plenty more food videos coming to you.
Perlis really knows how to do Pasar Malam. Nothing we had tonight was not incredible. And look at the crowds of people flooding into this place, and we can see why. They're all here for the incredible food that is on offer. So good.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Jumpa lagi!
Jumpa lagi!